Hi guys, so today we're going to delve in a little bit on this game, Warhammer 40,000 Inquisitor. This game has many titles: Inquisitor Martyr, Inquisitor Prophecy. So let's delve in a little bit into this world. We start off the saga as an Inquisitor, that being like a secret agent of the Imperium of Man. So what we can discern from that is that we have almost unlimited power. However, that's not always true, and we get bogged down in bureaucracy a lot of times. Your main focus in this game is actually to figure out an ancient mystery about like a super ship called the Martyr. The Martyr is a capital ship with a functional mind of its own. Inside it you'll find secrets, and you'll find possibly either the destruction of the Imperium of Man or its ultimate salvation, that being another emperor. So as you can see, we have a lot of classes of player to explore. I'll show you right now. So this game came out like 2 years ago, and I do believe that its main goal was to compete with Diablo 3 on PlayStation 4. That did not happen, and Diablo 3 ultimately gained the upper hand with the continual upgrades and events. This game only now has events. I played this game for quite a while now, and unfortunately the events only started a couple of months ago. We already have an expansion pack called Inquisitor Prophecy, which gives us another class. While creating the character, you get to pick and choose what type of class you want to play: Psyker, Crusader, Assassin, and Tech Adept. Tech Adept is one of the it's the only one that is currently blocked because I don't have the Prophecy DLC. When I obtain the expansion pack, I will make a revision of this review to see if anything changed exponentially, but I get the feeling that it won't. However, as you can see, also the global events that only started very recently. So as you can see, I have all the classes of players already a little bit upgraded. Basically the maps are almost all the same: a techno-gothic theme, either a tundra planet, desert planet, or volcanic world. Also you get urban landscapes scarred by war, and that's about it. There's very limited scenery on this game. Also, the armors that you can see, which are very flamboyant, are actually very limited. There's only a half dozen of them per character, which in a game that came out in 2017, late 2017, 2018 on the PS4, is actually not very satisfactory, because the competitor Diablo 3 does have a very big panoply of choices. Shields and swords for this character, a force baton and a pistol on this one, and sabers or snipers on this one. As for the techno, as I said, I will explore that later. You also have of course, the news feed, which is this part here. that you can see on the right, you get actually to explore what was done and what's going on. So let me exemplify what's going on. The artwork of the loading screens and the artwork of the game is very well done. It was very well thought of. But this game was actually the result, ultimately the result of an independent funding of fans. So basically, this was done by fans for fans. As you can see, the graphics are very well done for something that was crowdfunded. Also, the map is quite big. This is just one star system with 6 options, and you have a multitude of options on the long run. In this character, I only have access to this star system, but there's many others. My advice is explore the game in a way that you will open, so just follow the storyline, basically. So let's go to the Merciful Agony.
This is Meta-Surgeon Agrippa 723 Theta speaking. How can I assist you, Inquisitor?
The voiceovers are very well done by talented actors, but the graphics themselves are pretty clownish. They could have done a lot better than this, of course, with the proper funding. Let's hope they do an Inquisitor 2 with proper funding, because this one left something to be desired in that wake.
Your request cannot be granted. I suggest that you seek medical assistance elsewhere.
Mission-wise, the missions are very straightforward. Just go there, kill a boss, kill everything on the map, rescue a party, destroy cannons, hold out endless waves of enemies. That's it. There is no open world. There are mission areas, and that's it. That was pretty disappointing in my view. I was expecting something along the lines of Diablo 3 open world parameters, which are gigantic maps, but in this one is tiny little maps. With even planetary maps are tiny, so it left a lot to be desired. Music wise, the music is perfect for this kind of environment, dark gothic, dark classic, which this story of Warhammer 40,000 is perfect. It's done masterfully well. I've been a fan of this story, Warhammer 40,000, for a good long 15 years now, and let me tell you that there were a lot of abandoned games because the studios actually collapsed and went bankrupt, because the games were so massive that consumed so many resources of those studios that they actually bankrupted themselves. So basically, this game is like a tiny amount of developers, a very closed-ranged developing company that made this game. This game was done, as I said, for fans by fans, subsidized by fans, and with crowdfunding that went on for a good 2 years. I was actually surprised that they would have a DLC, but excellent in my view. So it really shows that they're committed on to continuing to develop this game. Perhaps I will have to review my review in about a year or so. Perhaps with the PlayStation 5 they will make it even better.
Allow me to clarify. The Magos Biologus with the required skill set is unavailable. Current status: assigned to priority level research for atonement and gathering of sacred data. Our brethren have been studying an epidemic on the St. Abelard relay station. We lost contact with the station recently.
So get ready to spend a lot of time on the environment that I'm going to show you. This one. This is the command bridge of your ship. Here you will find a lot of computers and stations that you will use for crafting. This it's not yet open, but because this character is tutorial still. A bank or storage. Here you'll upgrade your psychers. This is actually a space marine that will help you out as the game goes, and this game has a very strong multiplayer function that I'm going to show you right now. You can actually go versus friends or co-op. The versus friends is yet to be launched. Right now you only can go full co-op, which means you can split the screen with a friend with another controller or go online and matchmake. This is an astropath that will actually offer you additional missions, secondary missions that are very hard, so take them really carefully.
With priority assignments.
As you wish, Inquisitor.
This is the captain of your ship, which acts also as a vendor. Strangely enough, as you can see, the vendors are quite straightforward, very look-alike to Diablo. This is the Hall of Heroes, where you can see which Inquisitors have had the best score around the galaxy, which means around the server. Also, you have guilds on this game, which are called cabals. I formed my own cabal. As you can see, 0 members, 0 applicants. And you can actually evolve your cabal into something very powerful that gives you a lot of buffs during the storyline and of course during the challenges and multiplayer. On this extras you can customize small companions that actually do nothing. As you can see, pretty gruesome, very dark gothic. Broken down baby, serval skull, an even more gruesome serval skull, and a skull that actually gives commands to soldiers, tell them to work their shift. You can also have emotes for your online entertainment, and of course cosmetics. You can have the corrosive footsteps, the seal of the Inquisition, the burning footsteps, and the ice footsteps. Helmets are very limited. You can have only these ones. customize the interior of your ship is very limited, unfortunately. Only these two options. One of them DLC based. Customize your HUD and customize your HUD even further. As for the gameplay, I'll show you one level. You'll see what I mean as being not being at the level of Diablo 3, and I will do a review of Diablo 3 in a couple of weeks, I do believe. As you can see here, these are the hallways of Space Station. These are also the halls of Starship, and the halls of cathedrals, and the halls of every other building in the game. So, not very varied option of scenery. Enemies range from Chaos Troopers to Dark Elves, so very limited on that regard as well, but there's tons and tons of different enemies, different bosses, so you have your work cut out for you in terms of durability of the game. This is not a game that actually can be reached to the end, to zero it out in one day.
Inquisitor, the epidemic that spread through the relay station was just the prelude to a full-scale chaos infestation. The Void Station is in total lockdown until the decontamination teams and the Imperial Guard troops arrive, and that could take time.
Why would they need the whole team? One sharp blade. That's all it takes to cut out the malignant growth. I'll go in.
Do you really believe that the Magos biologist you seek is there? Alive?
There are still people on the station. Metrodora Thelema is a sacred priest of the Omnissiah. I believe she can take care of herself.
Also, this beckons a little bit for an introduction, a deeper introduction to the gameplay of and the story behind Warhammer 40,000, something that doesn't exist in this game. So a lot of the terminology you'll find, if you're not into this theme and into this saga, you'll find it very confusing, such as Omnissiah, Machine God, stuff like that. One of the things that I don't like, because at the beginning of the game, when the game was launched, we could do this. We could change weapon in the middle of the level. Right now you have to go to the inventory, press the change, and then she changes. As you can see, very gothic, very dark.
Pain is salvation.
Sometimes the graphics become very confusing. Look at this mess. This game had a lot to
Eradicated.
go up against, like Diablo and other titles. And how can I put this? It did not meet the end result gracefully. But you may ask, is this a title to spend money on? Sure. If you like dark gothic themes, enemies to slay and bloodbaths. Sure, spend some money on this game. I surely did, and I'm not disappointed at this point. Sure, it has a lot of big no-nos.
Inquisitor,
like,
if you don't mind me asking, why are you so
very
sure
linear,
this Caius Thorn
dialogues.
could help your investigation?
He's a space marine, a legendary defender of the Imperium. It makes him the most important member of
And,
Costaheim's retinue.
cumbersome
Relationship is as strained as it
gameplay,
seems. He
but
must have been very close to the Lord Inquisitor,
the end result,
and he
we
could
can
have
see
knowledge of
still
important
see
details.
what they aimed to do. So there's value there, because sometimes the game just completely loses itself and the developers don't really care. In this game they do care, and they did continue and they do continue to care.
Guilty of heresy.
My advice is, if you see this game in promotion on Steam, on other big platforms like PlayStation Store, yeah, acquire it, but only on a promotional status. Don't pay full price for this game. It's not worth the price that it is now. As a promotion, like €20, $20, I would say, yeah. Spend some money on this game, you'll not be disappointed. There are certainly way worse options out there. So, end result of this review, I'm going to give a 6 out of a 10 to this game, because it does have a lot, actually a sea of bugs, visual glitches, and the occasional crash, but the end result, we can see what they attempted to do, and we can give a lot of value to that. So 6 out of 10, guys. If you have the opportunity, buy it. You'll not regret it, but don't expect a masterpiece like Diablo 3. Okay, so have fun, play on, guys.